Good morning, everybody. So it's actually about 9:30. I'm down in my office just for about an hour before I have to go and then head off to the airport to go down to Wellington this afternoon. Just got some emails that I need to organise, some meetings I need to tee up for next week, and then what I'll be doing in Wellington is predominantly working on policy areas with my research staff and team down there, organising political panels. Invitations are already coming in for that, so we'll be organising those, organising my diary, making sure I can go to as many political panels to promote New Zealand First policy, particularly in education, women, broadcasting, communications and digital technology over the 2017 year. So that's all stuff for this week. Listen, there was some comment going on with regard to sex education in New Zealand schools this morning on Radio New Zealand, and I just wanted to clarify. We don't have sex education in New Zealand schools. We have sexuality education, and there's quite a big difference because sexuality education is part of the health and physical education part of the New Zealand curriculum. It runs from primary school all the way through to the end of secondary school. But it has a variety of appropriate levels in it. So right at the beginning in primary school age children will learn things about different kinds of families, friendships, respect for other people even though they have differences, and so on and so forth. That's part of that curriculum. And then later on in primary school, around year 5, year 6, puberty, body image and development, human reproduction and that sort of thing, because that's when actually some of our young women particularly are starting to mature and get periods. So they need to have that piece of information. And I've been to the mother-daughter days where family planning or another professional comes in and goes through that the understanding of what's happening to their bodies. So it's, mothers and daughters are there together, and I know that fathers and sons have an evening together as well, which with many of our young males living in homes without fathers, their mothers are also invited into that conversation. So it's not something that happens away from the parents. Now when we start getting to secondary school, it gets quite involved, and that's around positive and supportive intimate relationships, regardless of who those relationships are with. It is around the contraception that's available. It's around managing their health, and it's about the discussion about the influences of society around gender and sexuality and people's identity. So, and the purpose of it is to inform. And it's the way I've experienced it at colleges anyway, has been that it's a really interactive conversation with the students and with trained professionals leading that environment, because the teachers in that area are trained in this particular part of the health curriculum. But just to be clear, boards of trustees are required every 2 years to put out their draft health curriculum to the parental body so that parents know what it is that's being told to their children. And this is particularly prominent at secondary schools. And parents can, in writing, request that their children be withdrawn from these classes. But I would suggest that it might be worthwhile for parents to go and sit in at the back quietly, ask for permission to sit in at the back quietly, and listen to the discussion. And remember that these are young people who are looking for answers in a safe environment before they go out into the world. So I know there are some people that this curriculum area, makes uncomfortable, but I wanted to be clear, we don't have sex education inside New Zealand schools. We have sexuality education, which covers a whole gambit of things to do with relationships, interaction with gender, self-identity, and how we can keep ourselves safe. Okay, have a good day. Bye-bye.